Okay, so not the best quality mic. You'll probably hear my AC running in the background, but I'm going to do this because a lot of people have been asking me. A lot of people don't know how to do it, and I really want to uh, not have such an unfair advantage. I'm pretty ridiculous right now. Even I am not knowing with myself. I've got so much stuff, and I'm not just going to give it out to people. I do random drop parties and giveaways and stuff like that, but it's not something I'm going to be doing like, oh, he's doing one every Saturday. I'll just be on then. No, there's going to be a couple things happening before I show the hopper filter. Um, and that's going to be random days throughout the week when I'm on, whoever I see on, and I'm not including alts. If your main is not online, but I know your alt is, I will be using your main, but your alt's still there, so you're still technically there. I will be doing raffles, giveaways, and random stuff, random days throughout the weeks at random times. It could be 1 in the morning for you, it could be 9 a.m., it could be 3 a.m., it could be 6 p.m. But I want to let people know that I am doing random giveaways and stuff and raffles and all sorts of stuff like that. So let me see here. I need a hopper. And let's see. Let's grab a few. Why not? Okay, so I'm explaining. Wait, that's my FPS. Um, I'm going to be explaining how to do the hopper filter for any of you that do not know how to view a chunk. It is typically F3 and G. And you should see a little message like this and a grid up in the world like this. That might be helpful. Um, so this is a chunk. Now, for the hoppers, it does not matter. If you see these blue lines, that means this is the new chunk up here and this is a different chunk, even though I'm in the same quadrant or chunk up and down. These are considered different chunks, but that doesn't matter with these. With these hoppers, it literally is this 16 by 16 from the void to sky limit. So as long as this hopper is in this chunk, you will get the items. Now, let me actually go grab a few items from this over here. Yeah, let's do... Yeah, we can do that, just to prove the concept. I don't need to do a whole lot of them, but... There's 5 hoppers. We're going to do 5 items. Now, for anybody that doesn't know how these hoppers work, they are actually really, really good. You don't even need them in your farm. This is my beacon area. I have these for nether stars and these for obsidian. Obsidian goes in these chests, but it's not connected to the farm because these hoppers, and a lot of people don't understand the concept, so here it is. You're going to shift right click the hopper. Now, you're going to just Q, you can click them, just... I press Q because it's faster for me than clicking. So, once the hopper filter is empty, that means nothing else is going to be... Nothing will be collected. So, you want to pick up an emerald. You don't want to shift click them in there because if you do, and you go back into it, hang on. Oh, it actually works now. He fixed that, huh? Well, it used to be you'd have to do this. And you'd have to pick it up, and it would duplicate it and give it back to you. But you notice, I lost that emerald I shift-clicked in there. That emerald is actually gone versus keeping it. So if it really is a big deal to you, you know, it only keeps one in there no matter what. So you only have to do that. So again, I press Q, and I just put one in there. And, wow, that doesn't work. Huh. Guess Lapis doesn't work. Cool, I'll have to tell Rex about that one. Well, you learn some, you lose some. Wait, why am I going to the next one already? I can probably just use the same one. Okay, so redstone works. Now, you notice how it goes 51 and 52? It's keeping the item, so that's why I do it the way I do. And I have a little farm over here I'm going to actually use to show you what it can do. So there's a piece of iron. So these should all have different little items. But these will not work if I drop the item. That's not how these work. These only work if a mob drops that specific item. Since we have custom golems, a lot of people already know this, but we have custom golems, so you can actually get those. Yeah. It was from the drop party. I hope it helps. Okay, so that's that. Okay, so this is my little rabbit farm. Nothing fancy, just rabbits. Um, you know, but this is still the same chunk. So this is where the proof of concept comes in. So let me grab some actual chests. Yeah, I want these. I actually want the regular chest. So I'm just going to do 2 chests like this and grab the trap chest that I had earlier. Should have grabbed 2, but oh well. And I'm going to sort the rabbit farm to prove the concept. So people actually understand how this works. So I've got some drops from them earlier. Let's see if I can find them real quick. Yeah, we got that. We got some rabbit foot. We got some rabbit hide. So I'm going to sort these accordingly. So I'm going to pick up a rabbit foot and put it in there. I'm going to do the same thing with the rabbit hide. And I'm going to do the same thing with the cooked chicken or rabbit. I'm used to eating chicken in this game, so do not get mad at me. Okay, now you see this is out in that chunk, so it's not a huge deal. You just got to get him in the right chunk and kill him. No biggie. We're going to put all this junk up. And I'm just going to grab this sword. Yep. Okay, you want to run in that corner for me, little rabbit? I got to not look that way. Ah, there we go. Thanks. Yeah. Did it work or did it not work? I don't think it worked. It did not work. That is interesting. I'm expecting that to work a little bit. Oh, no, it did work. Okay, that's because it only... Okay, that's something I did forget to mention. If this hopper fills up, that's that. It fills up, the items will drop. That was actually something I was going to mention. I just forgot it the second. I was no, yeah. So that's how that works. So if I want to sit here, and make it more efficient, this is the cooked chicken. You can do this to your farms. This is actually something, cooked rabbit, whoops. This is something you can do to your farms too. Because if one hopper fills and you have others, you can use them. And it'll go to the next hopper. Gonna let those rabbits spawn up a bit though, so that they get a full. Okay, so that should be rabbit foot. Okay. Yeah, go that way. Yeah, you need to spawn a little faster, so you're too slow for me. And then yeah, let's do. I want them to spawn a little faster. I may even keep this here. I don't know. Go. That's not what I wanted to happen. And for anybody that doesn't know how Silk works on the server, it is a bit different. You can't just use a normal pickaxe on the spawners, regular spawners. Okay, you're starting to get up a bit. Yeah, let's try it now. Okay, so there's a lot less drops on that, but yep, it works. It's just really just to prove that it works. So that's how the hoppers work. Now, if anybody wants more information on a specific farm, I'm going to show my obby and wither farm so people can actually understand that. It's really simple. It's not really a big deal to show because I give out obsidian golem spawners sometimes during these DPs and random giveaways and raffles. So you just gotta be on. I've got plenty of them to spare, and I make I AFK'd for 12 hours and made 2 billion. So doing these DPs and stuff is really just to help other people out. I have nothing else to use my money on except more spawners, but that's gonna kill me if I do that. But let me show you the wither farm. This is the wither farm. It's just literally a small box that leads into the void. Mind you, in the same chunk as I have those. So they go in, they fall, and they take void damage. It's an actual type of damage they can take. And they will literally, any mob that falls in here, player, you guys know this. You guys have probably fallen in the void before and just died. Yes, they will do the same thing. I'm going to just let the bar do its thing, see if it'll start killing them real quick. Oh, I don't care if you're hitting me, it ain't hurting me. So the one at the top of the screen, the 50, yep, I called it. 15, the first one should take the damage first. Now when that damage goes all the way across, it dies, duh. It'll go all the way up here. What are you doing there? Huh. Ghost blocks from the last farm, probably. And it'll go straight to these checks here. So, yeah. They haven't died yet, but this is just to prove that it works. Because I don't know which hopper they're going to go into. So let me just see if this is the one. If not, the next one I'll find. We'll just see which one it goes into first. Okay. Let's see if I can't do this one. See if any went down here. It's only at 42 still. Okay, which one's he going into? I don't know which one it goes into. It just, oh, there's a 43. So that proves to you it works for the wither farm. The obby farm is very similar. I have the obby golems die. You know, oh, look, they didn't drop nothing. It's probably still collecting the obsidian. Yeah, it's still collecting obsidian. Now, that's how those two farm works. You get glass, you throw it in a chest. For me, and I use a beacon one because I have one, you know. I have everyone in here, even these, just because I can. I got nothing better to do. That is the general gist of the farms. This was my old golem farm. I don't care if everybody's probably seen it by now. It's been on the server. So, yeah, it just went down here. It's actually a really efficient farm, to be fair, because I made a bigger one, but auto summoning was right there. Let's get out of here. Yeah, fire damage, cool. I'm probably going to be using this to set up a Emerald IG farm, not for the public per se, but I will be making emerald blocks probably to sell for really cheap. I'm gonna try to. I can't really make a profit shop, and that's what kind of irritates me. Is I can't make a just here. You guys buy from the chest and sell it, because there is no chest shop system here yet. The server, in my opinion, is still in beta. It's been out for a couple months, but it is still in beta. There's a lot of things that's got to be reworked, fixed. You know, it's a server that's still in its early development. It's only the first season. So it still needs some work, obviously. All servers need work. Ever since we had huge islands before, and I mean really big. I mean, this is, let me show you how big the islands are now. This is the edge right there of one side, and it goes all the way to the other side that I have this farm on, and I didn't plan this out, but it worked out. 2 blocks out from where this farm ended was exactly the edge of my island. I cannot place anything more here. They went from being 350 in size by 350 to 100 by 100, and I don't mind the size difference, honestly, because, I mean, I'm only at Y68. I can go up another 180 blocks, so I'm cool. You know, I can build up. It's not really a big deal. It also helps people think, you know, you got to strategize your island ahead of time. So that's why I made my new farm from emeralds. That's going to lag the hell out of me probably. But, yep. Hope y'all enjoy the slideshow. This is my new IG farm. There are a total of 5,120 spawners in here, and I could not handle that. The way I was able to handle it, to place them anyway, was as I was placing them, I would place like the spawners were say here and here, and I would place these two, and then I'd go in front of them and place the next ones by looking up, so I wouldn't see the ones behind me. Prevented a lot of lag until they started dying and the drops started to lag me, but it worked. But the TPS used to be pretty bad. I'm glad Rex lets me use this, because if I ever see an issue, like, look at the TPS. My farm's not running right now, so that's why it's pretty good. I mean, it's damn near perfect. Can't get any better than that. As soon as my farm's running, though, the TPS would be around 19.5. But that's so many spawners, items, and entities, and oh, there's a lag spike. Hello. Where'd you come from? Ah, well, stuff like that happens. It's not really surprising. The server's got a lot of custom plugins, so custom means, well, the owner codes them. I mean, he actually made them himself, except for supposedly a couple. But even then, he's going to be redoing them and making them better. And he's good. He's good at what he does. Like, he's not perfect, because nobody is, but he does really good with what he got. Like, it's really good. Overall, I don't have any complaints about the server other than, like, well, I would say if stack spawners were in here, I don't think I'd be using them. I've tested a few different farm types, and I tested the way he said these golems were supposed to work for lag and the server's health, and that farm is actually worse than the normal pillars of IGs. What you're normally supposed to do is you take, say, a stack of these spawners, right? You take a full stack, you make an 8x8 with them, you can go up like 3 blocks, then you put the next row for the water, and you go up to the top of that one. Let's actually see. This is the owner's island. This was the island I was on. I was actually on this island for a while, but when he shrunk the islands, I couldn't do anything with my spawners and stuff. I mean, like, my farm was literally just going to be basically destroyed. So let's see, it should be, yep, there it is. We almost ran into it. This was the old farm concept. You would have, I think it's 6 blocks in between the levels. This would be 1, 2, 3. Then you'd have 3 stacks of spawners. Back in this area, though, I think I would have a total of, in each little area, 2 stacks and 40, roughly. Even though you can't fit 3 stacks in there completely, because the golems would get stuck under that last level, so you have to remove that. And then I think the one above that, you have to remove that one, 2 layers. So the spawners would be, yeah, this is a great example. 1, 2, and 3. You'd have to remove this one, and this one. So you'd have 24 spawners that could not be placed. But it was still pretty efficient at the time. I have a whole chest system that I was using the hoppers on. The hoppers would automatically sort. I took them out, obviously, because he added a cooldown to the wands and stuff, so it wasn't worth my time to block them anymore. It was more than annoying. But I was just placing emeralds using that. This was the old system before he added the cooldown and stuff. It would go here, I'd block it and sell it, but then I realized I could sort the flowers out, so this just became a flower zone, like just flowers. And that was the actual emeralds. And this farm, with all the spawners, I think I had around 10 stacks in there, roughly speaking. No, it was like 12 or 13. Anyway, I had a bunch of spawners in there, and this thing would fill up with emeralds within about 6 hours. So having to wait for the cooldown of the wand, which is only half a second, it's not, the end of the world, but it does slow you down because you can't spam it. But it did affect TPS, so I mean, can't really get mad at them. Lag the server, fun. I mean, I could probably spam all these chests within a couple minutes, and it would just destroy the TPS. So I'm glad he removed, had the cooldown, but I don't even bother with it. I'd have probably made that, honestly. I made this like a little racetrack because I got bored one day, but aim straight across. Oh, I landed on a slime block. Oh, so close. But anyway, this is where I came up with the idea for that. This is the old obsidian golem farm. I found out that they would burn at the drops on some of them, so this, like 75% efficient. So I made a new farm where they go under this area completely and expanded out the back a little bit. This was the old wither farm, way too high up, took them forever to fall. Sometimes they got cleared. This was the chest system right here, but I voided it because I was moving islands and I didn't feel like moving everything or just leaving it all there for somebody else. I'm nice, but not that nice. I'll give you the spawners, but what I work for, I'm going to keep, or if I want to get rid of it, that's my choice. Let's see. Yeah, this was the Vindicator farm. The spawners. Hey, my Autocell minion's still here. What do you know? Oh, there's still Vindicators in there, so that's a little fun. Let's see. This was the old island. I still like it because this is how big the island was. Like, we had so much room for all these farms and stuff, and then he shrunk them for TPS reasons, and I mean, a lot of this is just wasted space now. You can't access half of that stuff. My old farm over there you can't use. The Vindicator farm you can't get the spawners. And then this area, let's see this way a little bit. Yeah. Spawners out of here is what I was told. And this is what the farm should actually look like. Oh. All the token golems are gone. Nice. I know I left some in there for him. I'm not that freaking mean. Oh, hey, I forgot about my quartz golems. Oh, well. Just buy them if I need them. But this is how you're supposed to set it up for the most part. Let me actually go to the gold one, because that's the one that's still got a ton of spawners in it, or should. Yeah, this is how it's supposed to be set up. Except it's not supposed to be as wide, supposedly, but, owner does what owner does. This was the general farm. I could probably put another row up here if I wanted. And then they stack. That's why it's so beneficial. Watch this guy's numbers. 30, 40, 50, 60. I think he got to like 60 or 70 before he died. Can't really tell. That's how the farm was supposed to be more efficient because they stack. But I found out that if you do it the pillar way and you have the area flat and they go across it, I'd show you, but it lags me to hell and back. You just have a flat farm like this. Except you'd have signs here and you'd continue the water again and again and again. They'll stack at the bottom and spawn at the top ones. So like the bottom 3 or 4 will stack the golems on the bottom that are already swimming through and being pushed, while the other ones spawn more and does the same thing. So it's like super beneficial in 2 different ways. So I think that's it for this little video. I didn't mean to make it this long, but I wanted to put the info in there and show off a few things. I'm not exactly showing off. I'm trying to explain how to make farms better and stuff, and I get a lot of people that are like, hey, can you tell me how to make my farm better and stuff? I just don't have the time or patience, no offense, to do everybody's farms for them. Don't get me wrong, if you ask a couple questions, I'm going to sit there and tell you. But don't expect me to build your farm for you, because I'm going to be expecting some of the profit even if I'm making how much I'm making. But, yep, that's it. I'm going to go back to my island and post this video for anybody that is interested. Peace out.